Welcome to CrossYoga and to Flow Yoga, the fourth part of the series, The Ancient Wisdom of Christ. This is going to be amazing. I'm going to guide you through different flow sequences that will finish up with different kind of funny poses. I hope you think so. Today you can either stand on your mat or find child's pose down on the mat if you're really tired. If you're ready, stand with hip-width distance in between your feet on the mat at the top end of your mat. Hands down by your side. And take the moment to settle in. Swaying a little bit forth on the foot here. Making sure the feet are working or engaged. And focus on your legs. Notice how they feel when you move from the toes to the heels. Your breath, abs, your abdomen expanding as you inhale. Finding its place back on your exhale. Draw your shoulders around in a few circles. And then stand mountain pose with your eyes closed. Today's reading is really crucial. I think this is such a powerful message. Jesus is speaking to the Pharisees at that time. They were the religious leaders. So he's a little bit harsh here. So maybe he busts our image of Jesus just being that polite, ever-smiling person. Matthew 12:33. Listen up. For the mouth speaks what the heart is full of. A good man brings good things out of the good stored up in him. And the evil man brings evil things out of the evil stored up in him. But I tell you that everyone will have to give account of the day of judgment for every empty word they have spoken. For your words you will be acquitted, and by your words you will be condemned. Words are powerful. I just have to read as you're still standing there. Words are powerful. This is a message version. Take them seriously. Words can be your salvation. Words can also be your damnation. Words are powerful. So what's in your heart and what comes out of our mouth? Of course, that's the application of this. If you have two jars, where the one is the positive and encouraging and, this loving jar, and the other one is the negative, always looking at the things from the critique point of view, all of that. Which jar do you think you'll fill up the fastest in a day? The good or the bad? I'm not saying this so you can beat yourself up about it, but just to think and reflect. Now take your arms above your head and your palms facing forward as you reach back. Maybe open up your eyes here. Small back bend. And like a wave, draw your hands to the front, bend your knees and fold forward. Let your fingers reach down on the mat. Lift up halfway. And then step your feet back into your plank pose. Taking your time to find the right spot on the mat. Stacking hands and shoulders. Come down on your knees. Take your elbows back down towards your feet as you lower down your chest on the mat. Baby Cobra, lifting up your chest ever so slightly. Notice where your shoulders are, back and down. Tuck your toes under, lift through your arms, back and down dog. Draw your right leg up towards the sky, closing up your hip. And draw your knee underneath your belly to the top end of the mat. Lower down left knee on the mat. We're not going to stay here for that long, so maybe not folding the mat. Low lunge with your arms above your head. Reaching up and maybe doing a small back bend, opening up our hearts. Moving forward again, framing the foot, or at least just for a short while, we're going to twist. Right arm up towards the sky and move the shoulder back and down. You can take your arms here on your shoulder to notice where it is and move it a little bit back. Again, hands on the mat. Now we're going to take this right foot and move it back. So I would advise you to move your hip back so there's space to move this foot. Swing it all the way around with the back, the left leg also moving back into a supported side plank. Maybe with your arm above your head looking up, thumb pointing down, stretching your side body. Lowering down your hip again, coming back into downward facing dog. And let's do that on the other side as well. Left leg up. Again, bend your elbows a little bit and breathe. Maybe use your e-breath if you like. All right, draw your foot in between the hands. Lower down right knee on the mat. Either toenails on the ground or just tuck your toes under, whatever works for you. Reach your arms up and again, back bending. Sometimes it doesn't feel good to be kind of revealed what lives look like. I mean, I don't think it's really nice to figure out that I'm actually thinking more negative thoughts sometimes than happy thoughts. I wish it wasn't like that, but let's be honest. Framing the foot and then moving into a twist. Left arm up towards the sky and take your shoulders down. Again, hands on the mat. Right leg stays, left leg moves back. Just do whatever you can to move the foot back. Cross it over. That right leg also turns to the side. It makes it possible to do this side bend or side stretch. Top arm reaching over your head, aligned with your ears. All right, coming back. Finding downward facing dog yet again. Walk to the top end of the mat. Fold forward. Lifting arms up above the sky. And drawing your hands down in prayer pose. Words are powerful. And you know what words have done in your life. Positive words as well as negative words that influences our lives. So if you need to let go, now is your chance maybe. Inhale your arms up, maybe exhale, lean back. I'm letting go of negative words that have been haunting you maybe through your life. Straighten your spine, fold forward. Lift up halfway. Finding your plank if you want to jump. Jump back. Toes or knees on the ground as you lower down to your Cobra, lifting up your chest. Downward facing dog. Doing this small sequence again and then adding on. Right leg up towards the sky and step your foot through. Lowering down, left knee, rise your arms up towards the sky. Lean back and open up your chest. going directly into a twist if you can. So your left arm reaches down, aligned with the front foot, and right arm up and back. Both hands down, move yourself back, side stretch as you take your right leg, cross it over, move the back foot, lift your arm up, reach it over your head. Again, coming back, downward facing dog. Moving on, right leg again to the top end of the mat. Turn the back foot around, warrior two. So your right leg is at the top end of your mat. Create length. And using our arms, take them up towards the sky. And then bend your elbows, hands behind your head, so you're kind of moving your neck hair there, and then reaching out, pulling your hands out to each side. A long push. Side stretch, bend the front elbow, put it down on your thigh and create length. Maybe lifting up that hip a little bit more. And trying to take your pinky finger down just to feel it. And then turn your hand around so that your thumb is moving down, opening up your chest even more in this pose. And now a pose that we'll only do once. It will be half moon with a twist, so listen up if you're not used to this. Now, back heel off the mat, lift and balance on your right foot. Your left is lifted somewhat. Elongate your whole spine. Now right leg is on the floor, and then lift your right arm up, twisting, opening up your shoulders. Take a look at the ground if it's hard to keep the balance, and breathe. Think positive things here. Beautiful. Hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Maybe side out. And let's do all of this on the other side. Left leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog, and then step it through. Lowering down right knee, inhale, arms up. Moving back, opening up your chest, exhale. Directly into a twist. Right hand on the floor, left arm up. Both hands down, moving into this side stretch. Take this left leg up, move it behind you. The standing leg follows. Lifting right, left arm up. Again, thumb pointing down. Coming back, downward facing dog. Left leg, reach it up and step it through. Warrior two, align your heels, turn the back foot, reach up and sink low. Before we did these things with our arms above our head and we took our arms behind our head. Now gather your palms and take them here in front of your face. And if you like, as a symbolic movement, take your fingers here and draw those words, those thoughts out of your mouth that you want to release, push them out to the side. And just for the sake of it, one more time. Negative words about others and also about yourself. Beautiful. Side stretch, elbow down without leaning down. Reaching your arm above your head, pinky finger points down just to feel that. And then turn your palm around, thumb moving down. Open up this top shoulder to create more length here over your chest. Ready for some balance pose? Hands down, lift the back heel off and right leg up. Again, point your toes or whatnot. Just lift the back leg up, closing your hip. Left arm up towards the sky so that your navel moves in the direction of your thigh. See how much space you can create in between your shoulder girdle. Beautiful. Let go. Let your feet meet. The top end of the mat fold forward. Lifting up. Hands in prayer pose in front of your chest and catch your breath. So words. I just mentioned, what are you saying about yourself? Again, if you have those two jars, are you thinking mainly positive or negative things about your life, your accomplishments, and who you are? Inhale, reach your arms up again, leaning back, exhale. Inhale, move forward. Down to forward fold, half lift, maybe one inhale there. Plank to low plank, exhale if it works with you. Cobra or up dog, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now if you want to do the sequence, most of the sequence, with the knee off the mat, you can do that, or just continue with the knee on the mat. I'll try to show you without the knee on the mat. Right leg up towards the sky. And again, step it through. This time staying with the knee off the mat if you want to go for a little bit harder version. Inhale, reaching your arms up. And exhale, lean back, open up your chest. Moving to the front, left arm down, twisting. Hands down, step this right foot up and move it back into wild thing. Knees off the mat, lift up and create length in front of your whole front. Move back, downward facing dog. Right leg up and again to the front. Warrior two, inhale up with your arms and sink down. Inhale, arms above your head. Exhale, behind your back, push out. Side stretch. Thumb down as you reach your left arm above your head. And then another hopefully fun posture. Back heel off. Balance again. Step it to the top end of the mat. Maybe you want your feet actually together. And reach up. Mountain pose. Left leg, move it back, dancing pose. Thumb point back, open up your shoulder, reach the arch of the foot, and then move your knee back. Either stay here, or if you want to dance a little bit more, and maybe think positive thoughts again here on the mat. Don't think, oh, I can't keep my balance. Oh, all of that. Just use your body. God created your body. And I think He wants us to think positively about it. Let go. Reach your arms up. Last time through. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Plank to low plank, exhale. Move and smile. Downward facing dog. Take one breath and then we'll do the whole thing on the other side. Remember, the first part, knee on the mat as we did, or go with me with the knee off. Left leg, lift it up. Step it through. High lunge or low lunge. Reach up. Lean back. Bit of a challenge for the balance. Elongate your spine and then twisting left arm up, navel towards the thigh. Wild thing, left foot moves back. Again, crossing over. Either you do it one or the other version. Step back, downward facing dog. Bend your knees as much as you need here. Left leg up and again stepping it through. Warrior 2. Reach up and sink down. Take our arms above our head, and because we did it before, we take our hands down in front of our mouth and draw our arms out. Side stretch or side ankle, back arm reach to the top, shoulders down. And let's dance. Back heel off, step to the front. Maybe fold forward. Reach up, mountain pose. Hands down by your side. Open up your right shoulder, thumb back. Reach again for the arch of the foot. Find your balance, gaze somewhere on the floor in front of you, and then ever so slowly leaning forward, kicking your foot into your hand. Letting go. Stay here in mountain pose and rest. So words is a mirror of our inside situation. And I think often if we tend to think negative or speak negative about ourselves, about others, maybe it's because we're not that used to listening to God's positive words about us. So let's listen to God's words and let us be encouraged by them. First, fold forward. You can take a hold of your calves or back of your leg and just fold. Bend your knees as much as you like here. No need to overdo this. Okay, bending your knees, just a few stretches before we're done. Step your right leg back. Pigeon pose. You can come down on your back if your knees are not that comfortable with this pose. But if you are, bend the knee and point your foot here. Very important that you point your foot to create some space for the knee to move. Instead of yanking or drawing this foot up, move the back heel further back if that's where you are. Either stay here, more seated pigeon pose, or lean down. Stretching your glutes, quadriceps, and your hips. So what words are God speaking about us? Well, throughout the Bible, it becomes very clear that every single person is valuable. So you might repeat for yourself, I am valuable. And also becomes clear, also through what Jesus is saying, I will get to that in another series, that you are known. All through, inside out, all known. And equally as important to that, loved through Jesus Christ. Moving up on your hands again. Make sure you don't put any strain on this bended knee. Instead, tuck the back toe under. Step back. That could be in down dog or a tabletop if you like. Let's do the opposite side. So right leg to the top. You might want to, if you're really flexible, have the shin here aligned with the short end of the mat. My hips are not that flexible and I have to be careful with my knees, so I'm not gonna go that high up. So again, lower down your hip. Notice if it hurts in your knee, then come out of it. Coming down on your elbows if it works for your body. Jesus also tells us that he knows that we are not as perfect as we would like to seem. But this is also why he said, well, I know you're not perfect, but I'm willing, because I love you, to cleanse you, to create harmony and balance again through offering myself as the Bible says, holy sacrifice. It's like the key that opens up the door to harmony and salvation. Letting go of this pose, reach up on your hands and then sit down on your hip. Take your legs back. Child's pose, distance in between your knees, and this will be where we finish our class today. As always, welcome to stay on your mat and for a little bit more of a resting pose. But here you can rest and maybe surrender, thinking back about the jaws that I was talking about, positive and negative. Maybe you want to empty out here the negative jar and fill both jaws up with positive, encouraging words about yourself and about others. And maybe even think of your wife or husband, a boyfriend, girlfriend, or friends, whatever, kids. One or two people that you need to speak encouraging words to right now. Often it's hardest to say the kindest things to people who are close to us. At least that's what I find. So I'm really trying to be conscious about saying positive things to people that also get on my nerves. So, I don't know, maybe that triggers a thought in you. I hope you have one or two, 3 or 4 people in mind that you want to say something nice to. Or send a text message even. So words are very powerful, very strong, and Jesus spoke to that and spoke about our hearts in this situation. Remind us that words can either tear down or build up, and Jesus knew that. Thank you so much for joining my flow class today. I hope you will see both 1, 2, 3, and also the following classes on this in this series. It's a powerful series. Thank you for liking and maybe writing a few words here in the comments below.